Welcome back to the channel. This is Matt Garland, NMLS number 58700, better known as MG the Mortgage Guy. We are live. We are blessed. Thank God for another day. Today is Monday. Thank God it is Monday. So, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and most importantly, hit that bell for notifications. And as always, yep, you heard the bell. As always, go to mgbookstore.com, pick up the latest and greatest by yours truly, best-selling author, me, MG. House Hackonomics, Real Estate Investors Manifesto, and we got webinars and everything on the bookstore website, mgbookstore.com. And also go to EYLUniversity.com. And we're going to talk about EYL University a little bit later in this video, but first, we got Tukes Productions in the building with us as well.
That's right, I'm here.
Tukes is here. We are live, we are blessed.
We are live, we are blessed.
People are talking about this Grant Cardone video. It's going crazy on the internet.
Yeah.
It's going viral. And if you, first of all, drop some gems in the comment. Let me make sure everybody is in here first because a lot of y'all been DMing this video. Y'all been sending it to me. I mean, goodness gracious, all weekend, I swear.
Yeah, you just sent it this morning.
Yeah, I'm like, Tukes, we got to talk about this on YouTube Live because they just keep sending this to me. I actually went on my IG Live earlier on my way from Garland Gardens and did a quick rant about it. But I said, you know what? We might as well come on YouTube so that way it lives here.
Yeah.
And, you know, so people can, when next time somebody DMs me and say, hey, did you see this? I'm going to just send them the link. So they can just leave me alone about this. All right. So for those of you who did not see this video, yes, drop those gems in the comments and make sure you like the video because we're about to have a great conversation about this because I got a lot to talk about here, Tukes.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Tukes, can you play the video for the people who haven't seen this so far?
Yeah, let's give this a shot. So let's go over to our articles here, and I think we click this thing right here.
So for us, about half my audience is black under the age of 40. How did a white guy attract an audience? Like if I'm out in public and I see a 55-year-old white man or a 25-year-old black kid, the black kid knows who I am. There's like there's a 10 times better chance, 10x, that the black kid knows me. Now, the reason is because we go after that audience and we're talking to them in very street terms, if you will, very not big nomenclature, vocabularies, you know, we just keep everything very tight and simple. So for us, about half my audience is black under the age of 40. How did a white guy attract an audience? Like if I'm out in public and I see a 55-year-old white man or a 25-year-old black kid, the black kid knows who I am. There's like there's a 10 times better chance, 10x, that the black kid knows me. Now the reason is because we go after that audience and we're talking to them in very street terms, if you will, very not big nomenclature, vocabularies, you know, we just keep everything very tight and simple.
All right.
All right, there we have it.
We played it twice for you, right? Did y'all hear that loud and clear? All right, let's take this off the screen now. We don't need to see this. All right, now, did you guys hear this loud and clear? Type yes in chat or no if you didn't hear it. Do you need us to replay this one more time for you?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's they can hear it. I mean, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they heard it. They heard it too, right? So, I got a lot to say about this. So the headline of this video says, we go after that audience and we're talking to them in very street terms. What the hell is street terms, first of all?
Well,
I get what he's trying to say,
Yeah.
but what the hell is street terms, though? Can you explain that to me?
Well, I think it's because of, I mean, he obviously didn't grow up in the hood or anything, so.
Well, according to him, he grew up in the white hood.
Yeah, but what's the white hood though?
I don't know.
I think it's kind of like an ignorant thing to say because you don't really, when you're not in the streets, or I think when people talk about black people or people in the hood, they just say, instead of saying hood or anything like that, he's gonna say street. But it's just lack of like knowing how to talk about black people or people who are in the hood, I guess, because he doesn't know. So I think he was just looking for something to say in that moment. That's the first thing that probably popped up in his head is street terms or whatever it was he said. But either way, I mean, I don't think it's a good look either way what he was saying, regardless.
He says we don't use big words and big vocabulary.
That's what I'm saying. That's the part that when you sent this video to me earlier, I was like, all right, this is nothing new because it's apparently he's a culture vulture, right? So that part though, when he was talking about the vocabulary, I was like, damn, like, all right, now that's a little different. Now you kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
So right. So you look, here's the thing, right? Yo, this shit is crazy. So I'm gonna say this. If Grant Cardone would have simply said, first of all, when we watched some of this interview, just not this clip.
Yeah.
I don't think she asked him anything about the black audience. And maybe I got to watch this again. I don't know.
I don't think so.
But I don't think she asked him anything about the black audience. That's first things first.
Yeah.
Right? He volunteered this information from what I gather from some of the things that I watched earlier. But I didn't really do a super deep dive. So if I'm wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. But from my understanding, I don't think the question was, hey, Grant, how do you get the black audience? Right? I think he just volunteered this information.
Yeah.
So if no one asked you, right, why say the black audience, right? Why not just say we target people under 50? People under 50. Mm-hmm. And if I was in the street, a person under 40 will recognize me versus a person 55 and older. No problem. Right? And I should say, we dumb things down. We don't want it to go over nobody's head because we want them to retain the information. Right?
Yeah, but then who's he addressing then at the end?
It doesn't matter, right? Because look, and this is just call a spade a spade. Even me, Matthew Garland, MG the mortgage guy, I tell you all the time, Tooks, I have to talk to the audience as if they are fifth graders. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't use, when I'm talking complex real estate transactions and terminologies, it is okay to communicate to your audience in a way that they will understand.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say, I'm talking to y'all in street terms, or I'm trying to basically not use big words because y'all might be dumb, because that's how it came off.
Because that's what I'm saying. If you watch him and you're listening to it, when he says that street terms, he was looking for something to say to kind of like, because you don't want to come across as like, but I'm pretty sure, now this is something that, I don't even know what happens behind closed doors, but if this conversation was had off camera, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have used that. He probably would have said like, how he really wanted to say it. But I think that's the first thing that came to his head when he said that in that moment. I think that's what happened there. So who knows what else he would have said if it wasn't on camera? You know what I'm saying?
But that's where it goes to, right?
Yeah.
Look, here's the bottom line, and I said this on Instagram Live earlier. Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised because Grant has always said some borderline racist shit or some racist shit in the past on his Clubhouse and this, that, and the third, and black people continue to champion this man. Like, period, point blank. Look, and I have no problem with Grant Cardone as a marketer, as a real estate investor, right? Let's talk about marketing. All companies target market, period, point blank.
That's why I'm not surprised.
And you know why they targeting black people? Because we're the biggest consumer. Duh. Duh. Every company in America is targeting the black community. I don't care who they are. Black-owned companies are targeting black people as well. So I have no problem with that. But when you start saying that, hey, I got to speak to y'all like y'all dumb and talk to y'all in street terms, like, the fuck you think you're a rapper? Like, you talking to me like you're a rapper or something? Like, no. Man. If you're here for financial literacy, I don't want you to talk to me in street terms. I want you to talk to me in terms that I can understand.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. So I think the wording was definitely incorrect, but it has a tone of racism in it to me. Me personally, when I listen to this, I said, damn, this sounds kind of crazy. Now, I don't know Grant Cardone from a can of paint. Let me say that.
Yeah.
I met the man one time at his office in Miami when he did the...
Oh, I remember you sent me the
and I sent you the video
yeah,
of the studio.
Right.
And when Troy and Rashad, Earn Your Leisure, did the interview, right? And that was a last minute thing set up. Because somebody in the comments just said,
What him?
Carol H said, I had a concern when I saw Grant was partnering with the EYL crew. First of all, Grant has never partnered. And that's another thing. This is why black people blow mine sometimes. Partner and interview is two different things, right? Earn Your Leisure are financial journalists. They're going to interview any and everyone.
Right.
Not any and everyone, let me not say that. But they're going to interview people who the audience is asking to be interviewed.
Right.
Grant Cardone has been heavily requested from Earn Your Leisure from day one, right? I think Spectacular and from Pretty Ricky and CEO Matty J set that up because they had a relationship with him. It was already in Miami, and it really happened last minute, right? So they interviewed him, and they asked him tough questions. And she goes on to say, he saw what the culture had going on for us and in the financial space and saw untapped market to target. Bro, white people are always going to go on black platforms, especially if they're trying to sell products to black people. Like, but don't say EYL's partnering with him. No, they interviewed him once.
Yeah.
That's not a partnership.
That's how it goes, though. Normally people.
Yeah,
like,
but that's so fucking stupid to me. This is so stupid. Like, why do black people think like that? Just because
I don't think it's
not
only
all
black.
I'm not saying all, but why do some of us think like that? Just because you interview somebody, you're partnering with them. When you are a journalist, right?
Yeah.
God bless Barbara Walters. How many rapists and killers and murderers did she interview in her career?
Yeah, it's a fact.
No one has never said nothing about Barbara Walters interviewing Jeffrey Dahmer or somebody.
Yeah.
Right? But let Troy and Rashad interview somebody. Oh, they're partnering them. They're co-signing. No, it's an interview. People request it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Right?
Yeah.
But let me get back to the topic at hand. My question to us as people, we have championed people like Grant Cardone for years, but we don't champion our own. I've seen people go to Grant Cardone's events. Now, let me go back to Grant Cardone when we was there, right? The studio was phenomenal. Like, his staff was great. There was a lot of black people that I saw working there, right? Grant Cardone is running a $100 million plus financial education business. Like, it's absolutely impressive, the systems and everything that they got going on, right? So when he says target, he's just not targeting just black people, because I can guarantee you black people are not the majority of his consumers. And you can tell by the events, right?
I don't know why he said that.
People say that though.
No, what he said
He said we target them.
But he also said a black person will recognize him before a white person does.
He said a young black man or a black person under 40 will recognize me faster than a white man over 55, which is true because of the lifestyle he chooses to show.
I think it's more lifestyle and social media.
Yeah, he's on social media heavy.
Exactly,
and 55 plus, 60 plus year old white men ain't on TikTok, man. Like, they're not on Instagram.
Yeah, right.
And he's showing G-Wagons and Richard Millys and private planes.
Right.
Black people, we want that.
We gravitate
towards that, right? So he knows what he's doing. And then he strategically aligns himself with people in our community who have their platforms as well. And they collaborate, which is nothing wrong with that as well. Now, I know there's been a lot of posts around from other black influencers saying that, you know, when you partner up with them, you trade in audiences, which is true to a certain extent. And it helps you boost your sales. It helps him boost his sales. I can tell you not everybody is thinking like that. Like, I can say for a prime example, like, let's talk Him 500, right? Because Him 500, shout out to Marcus, he had a live yesterday. Yeah. And he broke it down because over the past couple of weeks, he's been seen with Grant Cardone a lot. But I know just because of the back end of things, Marcus is there to learn. We're trying to build EYL University, powered by Recession Proof, into 100 million plus company,
Right.
right? So Marcus is there to learn, right? So I understand what his thought process is and why he's there, because when you think about how many black people do you know that are running an educational platform making $100 million plus a year? So when you get to a certain status, who do you learn from?
Yeah, you got to go outside the culture.
You have to go out, honestly, you
Yeah.
have to go outside the culture. And how many other white people are out there that are willing to share the information? So it's almost like a trade-off sometimes,
Yeah.
right? So I don't knock Marcus for, what he said last night. I actually support everything he said. I thought it made a lot of sense. And even when he told me this weeks ago about the systems and what they're doing and how they put it down, they got it down pat.
Yeah.
I'm not going to even hold you up. But, as far as these comments are concerned, they're distasteful. I think he could have approached it differently, especially because if you're saying you're targeting black people, then you have to be sensitive to our needs as well.
Right.
And that's the problem with these white-owned companies. For the most part, they think they could just say shit and not be held accountable for it most time, because they know for the most part, our people are going to be forgiving them. Because if you look at the comments, there have people that black are answering this saying, we still support you. Then there's another half, like they're getting at them.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, some say tomato, some say tomato. Some people feel away, some people don't feel away. Because I don't think he's wrong of what he was trying to say about speaking to people in terms that they understand. I
Right.
do that shit every day.
Yeah, but I think it's
But
just
it's his approach,
yeah, the approach. The
it's-
delivery was off.
his tone,
Yeah.
his delivery. He was on Fox
Yeah.
talking to Trump. Wasn't that Trump's daughter?
I think so.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, she was like, oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, like, really? Like, really?
Yo.
Like,
she's
what are you
like-
doing?
Yeah, she had no idea what was going on. She was just listening to him, champion himself. Kinda like,
No, but it's like, look where you are. You're on Fox. You're
Yeah.
talking to Trump's daughter, and you're saying we target black people and we talk to them like they're dummies.
yeah, that's crazy.
Nah, bro.
That's crazy.
What the fuck are you saying?
I mean, it's like you said before, you're not surprised. I'm not surprised either, because it's a pretty known thing, but it's different when you actually say it in the way he said it. You know what I'm saying? So it just comes across as like, damn, it's kind of harsh, to be honest. But these comments are going crazy right now.
The comments
I
are
don't even know what to-
the comments are going crazy, and let them continue to go crazy. Look, do you agree? Look, first of all, I think Grant was wrong. I just want to be clear. I don't support these comments. I understand though what he was trying to say.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm not
I
surprised.
understand.
Yeah, right.
But am I surprised? No. He's probably saying the N-word all around his white friends.
But that's what happens all the time.
Of course it does.
It happens, and I'm just gonna tell you, this is like I dated a girl. She was Italian, right? I was with her for a long time. The conversations that they would have, her family would have around me, because they felt comfortable because I'm light skinned, and I didn't act street or hood to them.
Mm-hmm.
They would say a lot of foul stuff around me, like some real like bad stuff, like very racist things, and they thought it was okay. So that's what I'm telling you. Like, I feel like he may have said that in public on camera, but behind closed doors, the conversation that they have is
Oh, it's brutal.
probably
Oh, it's brutal. You already look how comfortable he was on national TV to say, "Yeah, we go after them. We talk to them in
If
street
you say that on
terms."
TV, then who knows what happens?
Right?
behind closed- Yeah.
Like,
that's
come
what I'm
on, you
saying.
know they talking crazy. But my question is to the audience, right? If you have a problem with this, will you continue to spend money with him? And see, this is the problem that I have with all of this. Now, I don't agree with everything Grant Cardone says. First things first. Not just this, even from his approach of you shouldn't buy a house and all this other shit. Like, shut up, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't agree with a lot of things he said, and I've been on the record saying this. Seriously, I'm totally on the record with this. But I would say this. If you don't like what he says, will you continue to support him? Mm-hmm. Because what I see is that people in our community champion him
Yeah.
like he's the GOAT, right? And I don't see our people champion the people in our community who are doing it as well. Like, for example, Don Peoples. I can guarantee you.
He just did a video with him, actually. Remember?
Yes, I saw that. But what I'm saying is, people probably didn't even, in our community, didn't even know who the hell Don Peoples was before he got on EYL.
I had no idea.
You had no clue he was a billionaire.
Yeah.
When I told you I was interviewing him at InvestFest, you're like, who is this?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know who that is.
I said, yo, bro, this is $1 billion panel. You was like, what? You were kind of confused. Like, who is this guy?
Because it was a lot. It was a lot, yeah, but I still didn't even, I didn't even know.
But again, that's my point.
Yeah.
Why are we not championing someone like Don Peoples? Why are we not championing somebody like Robert Smith, right? Who's probably the richest black man in America.
I think it's because of the image, like.
It's
Grant
because
Cardone
one is a marketer.
Exactly, yeah.
Grant
That's
Cardone
right.
is a marketer first.
Right.
Don Peoples is not. He's not sitting here on the internet marketing himself.
But I think that's why.
Right? But it's on us to champion the people in our community. But if we take Don Peoples out, you got people like Chris Senegal. You got people like Brandon Rule. You got a host of other people that are actually on the internet
Yeah.
that don't have millions of followers, and people are not supporting their projects the way they should be. And they're great developers, great real estate people. Why are we not championing the people that are in our communities that are doing real estate and now entrepreneurs? Why are we not championing programs that we put out there? But y'all will go spend. I saw this weekend they had that 10X Growth Con. You know how much that shit cost?
What, to go?
Yeah. $5,000 a seat.
And how many seats are in the.
It was probably 500 to 700 people there.
This in Vegas?
It was in Vegas this past weekend. 5,000, and I'm all for personal development, this, that, and the third. But think about how many people paid. I saw videos of people I know that was in the room.
Yeah.
It was a lot of black people there, but it was majority white, hands down. It was majority white. But it was a good amount of black people. Would those same black people pay $5,000 to come to Earn Your Leisure Business Summit?
I have a question, though.
No. Do you think those same people will pay $5,000 for a weekend at an Earn Your Leisure Business Summit? Yes or no? No.
Those same people that went.
In general.
Probably
not.
Probably not, but because of, I think it has to do with the marketing aspect of it, for sure.
And fuck the marketing aspect. That's not what I'm asking you.
No, they won't. They
Exactly.
won't.
That's what I'm asking you. But you would go and spend 5 bands for a 2-day weekend, 3-day weekend with him. We got InvestFest, the largest financial literacy festival in our community and soon to be in the world. People bitch about a $249 ticket. No, seriously. People want discounts on a $249 ticket. Are you asking Grant Cardone for a discount? But this is the problem with us, man.
Yeah.
We will quickly support outside of our race, outside of our community, black and brown. And we will go support, and it's okay. I purchase from everybody, right? And I'm not trying to discriminate or nothing like that. I'm just trying to make a point here. We will spend money with other people outside of race before we spend it with our own and champion our own. And that's the sad part, because people are still going to spend money with Grant Cardone. And yes, the marketing has a hell of a lot to do with it, because he's always marketing. He's a guerrilla marketer.
Yeah.
Right? But will you do the same champion for what you do for the people that are putting on every single day free game? Like if you go, and I've attended Grant Cardone's webinars.
Yeah.
Right? And literally within the last probably 60 days, he's had a bunch of free webinars. And I said, you know what, let me go through his funnel. I went through his funnel, and I want to spend like $200, right? It was a free webinar, but I wanted to spend like $200.
Got your ass.
No, I wanted to spend it because I wanted to see exactly what was he offering, and his systems and his processes. That was an investment. It's a write-off anyway, but it was an investment.
So you
I
spent 200, two
like
what?
200, 250, because I brought like the workbook, I brought this, I brought that, because I'm seeing what's out there.
Yeah.
Because I keep seeing it, I was like, you know what, let me do it for myself. And I actually attended the webinar, which he wound up streaming on YouTube and all his platforms, right?
Was it live?
It was live.
Okay.
Right? Yo, the whole time he's selling an upsell. Yo, for hours they're selling an upsell. It was no real information. It was no real game. It was driblets of game,
Yeah.
but it was more motivation.
Right.
It was more this, it was more that. And people were buying the upsell like crazy. He probably made a couple M's. No knock to that. That's the skill set. And I said, yo, that's brilliant. I'm sitting there watching people like, yo, I just purchased. And I'm like, yo, he's not even giving game.
But he is a car salesman, right? So,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
he's in sales, so I mean, it's
No,
probably very natural to him to kind of like get on there and kind of sell things the way he sells it. But, you know, that's what works for him.
Yeah, and I'm not, and I did, I did that as well.
What kind of people are attending his events though? Like, is it professionals or is it people who are trying to learn how to get into real estate?
It's everybody. He does everything. He's just not real estate. He does everything. Sales, his business, it's everything, right? He has a system that again is unmatched.
So at these conferences, he has people coming for different types of businesses.
Nah, it's all different types of things, right? Every conference can be something different, right? This
Gotcha.
was like a growth con, so this is all types of business. It wasn't a real estate specific type of.
So it's all okay. So it's different
This,
businesses.
but you understand, they did over 700 events last year.
Damn.
It's a machine.
Yeah.
It's a machine with all types of different things. But like I said, if you are offended by his comments, my question to everybody in this watching this live and on the replay, are you going to continue to spend money with him? If you're upset, if you think you felt away, will you continue to spend money with him? Will you continue to champion him?
Yeah. I mean, I think that even if they didn't spend money, I think it's just, well, some people are going to target more so what he said and not even be people who would pay for his product. And they just probably saw the video and probably felt some type of way about it. And there's going to be his audience that actually does go to his events who probably won't care, because if they did get some type of education or knowledge from him and it did help them put money in their pockets.
Look, I'm not denying that he's not helping people make money.
Yeah. So those people are probably they're probably going to move past this and be like, oh, whatever. Like,
of course, because people are going to see, like, I made money, so fuck it, keep doing it. Like, whatever you doing, do it, because that's how our people are too.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, I made money, so I'm not mad at you. But it's not about you and what you made. It's about the overall community and what's best for the overall community, right? It's okay. Companies are going to target our community because we're the biggest spenders, period, point blank. That's going to happen regardless, right?
yeah.
That's going to happen regardless. But my question is, our people need to support our own too.
Always.
Because we don't support our own the way we should. We'll label them a scammer. Oh, if you're really for the culture, why it's not for free, but you'll go spend $5,000 for a weekend?
Or a Gucci belt.
Not even fuck all of that clothes shit, right? But that's true too. But I'm just saying, when you're comparing education from a person of non-color versus people of color offering information, the audience will look at, well, I'm going to trust this person versus more than I trust my own. Now, yeah, mind you, there's scammers and everything across the board in all races, right? But everybody on here right now knows who's real and know who's fake by now. Like, it doesn't take rocket science. You can read reviews, you can look at the comments, you can Google them, see if they got any dirt on their name. Like, you can see, like, you know who's really scamming out here, who's not, and you know whose communities are really thriving and who communities are really not, right? So why you're not supporting the people who are really putting out there for the community? Like, they have to target the community. We are the community. We are the culture.
I think we have to do a better job at bringing the people who are like down people's, like, you know, bringing them to the forefront rather than You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, I mean, I never knew who he was, but if we can kind of get those people to kind of be more, I guess, not more active, but you know what I'm saying? Like if we can kind of, I don't even know what I'm trying to like, what I'm trying to say here. And you're like on your phone.
I'm listening to you.
I need your help. I need your help with what I'm trying to say.
So what are you trying to say here?
Like, okay, so Grant Cardone, his marketing is A1 because he's
Correct.
a salesman.
His
right?
marketing is A1.
Don Peebles may not have the same marketing.
No, he has no marketing because he's
Right.
not trying to do what Don Peebles
Exactly.
is building skyscrapers and doing all types of ill
Right,
shit.
right. So then how do we get somebody like Don Peebles to...
Well, we have been trying to do that. He was at InvestFest, 14,000 people this past August. He's been on Earn Your Lead. I just released the episode last week on Rants and Gems.
There's
on Earn Your
nothing else we can do to kind of like...
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
there's a lot. We had a call with him last week. Soon, let me shut up. I just leave it at that, right? Right? Let me leave it at that, right? But what I'm saying is, how do you get people? No. Look, here's the reality. And I said this before, right? The reason why Grant Cardone is so popular, so successful today on the internet is because he's a guerrilla marketer. He's willing to share information and teach and do stuff, right? Obviously, he's trying to get money too at the same time. But you have to look at it in the black community. When I came into this business, the people that looked like me that was super successful did not want to teach me nothing.
Why not?
Because I was competition to them for whatever reason.
Okay.
Even to this day, think about it. How many people you know of color that have a bunch of information and don't talk about it, but they're successful, but they'll never tell you how they did it?
But there's a lot more competition in other races, though.
We're not talking about other races, nigga. We're talking about black and brown people.
I understand what you're saying, my
Okay.
friend. But what I'm saying to you is that there's much more competition in, I'm sure, the white community because there's more white people in that culture, right? Or in that field of work, right? So that one black person that you worked with, there really wasn't that much competition because it was just him. So for him to educate you, it wouldn't have been that much of a...
I
you feel what I'm
understand
saying?
that, but it doesn't matter, bro. I'm not your competition.
That's what we're saying the same thing.
But I'm supposed to be your kinfolk.
Exactly.
You're supposed to
That's
put me
my point.
on.
Yeah.
Just because you see me in the industry that don't have too many of us, and I'm a young gun, and you're an OG, so you're supposed to teach the young gun.
Exactly.
So
That's
that
what I'm
way
saying,
I
yeah.
don't make mistakes. And I
Right.
made the mistakes. Because I didn't have an OG.
Yeah.
Now I am the OG. And this is why I do what I do right now, because I don't want my young bulls and my young queens to make the mistakes that I made. And this is why I'm heavy on content and learning this whole marketing game and everything like that.
Yeah.
Right? So, and that's what I'm saying. The people of, like, and everybody knows this, people in our community who are getting to it, millions and millions of dollars, before this social media shit took off in the last few years, like really in the last 7, 8 years, they wasn't telling us how to run the place. They were keeping it to themselves. Let's call a spade a spade. And even to this day, I know some super successful people that champion what we do. And I'm like, yo, come on. Nah. I'm like, what do you mean, nah? Come on. They won't come on. No matter what I say, I could beg them. They won't come. Not because they uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not because they can't public speak. It's because they just don't want to share the information.
Yeah, a lot of people are like that.
No. A lot of people are like that in our community.
Yeah, right.
And this is why we run to the other side, because when we see them sharing, we think it's the right way. You know what I'm saying? And with us, we have to, and this is why I say, the people who are out here like me, EYL University, powered by Recession Proof. You got so many people like Chris Senegal, Brandon Rule, At My Best 197. I mean, I can go on and on, you know, especially when I'm talking just real estate. On and on, there's so many dope. You got Charm City Buyers. You got so many dope people out here that are doing dope things. Nicole Purvey. I mean, I could go on, bro, and name so many people who are doing so many dope things in real estate. But when you look at, if you look at a YouTube video they put out, no views.
Yeah.
You look at an Instagram post, no comments. But they out here putting out the information, but we just ain't championing them. Male and female. So many dope people in the black and brown community doing things that are extremely high level, and we don't champion them the way I feel like they should champion them. Period.
That's a fact.
But we would champion someone like Grant, who has been known to say some fuck shit over and over and over and over again. And at the end of the day, even the video he just put out, it wasn't even no apology.
When you were listening to earlier?
Yeah, on the Instagram. It's on his page right now.
He basically said that he
Play
targets.
Play it right now. Go to the Instagram.
All right, hold on.
Go to Grant Cardone's Instagram. Play the video right now. Was there even a sorry? Look, if I offended anybody, look, I didn't mean it. I didn't hear that.
Let me see. Boom. It's on the stories?
No, go to his feed right here. It's that first video right there. Play this video. That's the apology, quote unquote apology video. Play that.
Anybody that's watching this video that's being circulated right now about me being a bad guy, it's crazy to me how when people reach out and try to help other people, somebody is going to become suspicious. Somebody's going to question what they're doing. Somebody's going to take something out of context, twist this, twist that. Okay? For the record, I target people, folks. I target anyone and everyone of any and all races who want to do better in life. For the record, I am a raw, streety kind of guy. Came from the streets.
What streets he come from? Oh, who knows? I don't know. I don't know where he's from.
Sit in my little mansions and mind my own business and reach out to no one. Only hang out with 60-year-old white people. But that's not what I choose to do. Okay. By the way, 60-year-old white, rich, 0.00001%. That's what I could do with my life if I chose to, but I don't. I reach out to everybody. Black, brown, white, young, old, male, female, teenagers, old people, and everything in between. If you want to do better in life, you want to get your money right, and you don't need me to talk to you in big words, well, then I'm your guy. Okay? For those of you who know me, okay, and even stop for a second, shame on you. God bless you guys. Be great. Have a great Monday. Go out and help the world, and take whatever comes with it.
Damn.
So the proper thing would have been done. Look, if I offended anybody,
Yeah.
my apologies. Let me kind of break this down, what I'm trying to tell you guys. But there was none of that to me. So again,
He said he considers this race baiting, though. He said, when any race reaches out to help another race, someone will find it suspicious and someone will challenge something that person says. I will continue to help all people, and I will not use these attempts to diminish me to stop hating or helping people, all people. If you need me to be more articulate, speak with more sensitivity, or to speak with a bigger vocabulary, I am not your guy, but I will attempt to help. Grant Cardone.
okay, whatever.
He's
Right? I mean, whatever. Now he's trying to clean it up, though, to me. Right? But again, I think the proper look, if I offended anybody, my bad.
No, I agree.
My bad.
I agree.
Because clearly people are offended.
Yeah, it's the vocabulary. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, there are people who
Yeah,
are...
bro, we all target everybody. We target everybody, but you have to have some sort of sensitivity when you targeting people as well. When you having blatant comments, you have to have some sort of sensitivity, right? And I want to go to the comments real quick because somebody said a comment, and I gotta address these stupid ass comments, right?
Let's see what we have here.
It was Brown Strat King. Ain't nobody champion Grant but EYL part by RPX and Circle CEOs. Y'all brought him into the fold. Are you kidding me?
Oh, it was on. Oh, it was a comment on the.
No, I'm looking at YouTube.
Oh,
take this shit off the
okay.
screen, bro. I'm looking at the YouTube, right? Like, that is the dumbest thing. We brought Grant into the fold. Grant has more followers than all of us combined. You know what I'm saying? So how did we bring him into the fold? Like, come on, bro. Like, look, and Marcus went on his live yesterday and explained how he feels about it, which he didn't appreciate the comments. And he said straight up, I'm going on that side of the world to learn and bring it back to my community. Period. So how did Marcus or RPX or EYLU or Circle CEOs or anybody bring him into the fold? Grant's been around for years. Grant's been on this internet, honestly, at a high level before any of us even had platforms.
You said 10 years. 10 years ago is when he started.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I remember Grant Cardone 2013, 14 talking car salesman shit before he even started talking real estate.
Yeah.
And selling salesmen and business courses and things of that nature before he even got into real estate heavy.
Yeah.
So how did we bring him into the fold? That's dumbass comments, and that's what I mean. We gotta stop saying stupid shit. Like, seriously, man, it's a headache, yo. Like, look, let me tell you something. And I'm gonna just tell you this, right? This is the God's honest truth. What he has built, Grant Cardone has built, I'm not talking about the comments and everything. I'm talking about just the business. In all honesty, and Marcus said this last night, without 10X conference, there wouldn't have been a recession-proof conference,
Yeah.
right? And without recession-proof conference, there wouldn't have been an Invest Festival. You see what I'm saying? So you can't knock his business acumen. You can't knock what this man has built over the past couple of years. I can't knock that. Anybody doing $100 million in business and doing it the right way, I can't knock them. Now, if he was out here scamming people and it was out there worldwide, that I don't know about, then it's a whole different story, right? You know, there's always speculation as you get bigger and bigger and bigger. But I'm just talking about what I've seen from my own two eyes. You can't knock his salesmen, his funnels. I see his ads all the time. When you go to this venture, you see people, you see nothing but salespeople in the room.
Yeah.
You can't knock that, yo.
Right.
That's systems. That's processes. No wonder you're doing $100 million a year in financial literacy education platform. You can't knock it. And what Marcus said last night is, look, I'm on that side to learn because I don't see no one in the black community who's built systems and a company grossing that much revenue annually to where I can learn from. Because after you hit a certain level, and this is what everybody needs to understand, as you start hitting levels, you need mentors at different levels,
Right,
of
right.
levels where you're trying to reach. You need to put yourself in rooms to learn around people who are doing numbers that you aspire to. And when you see a Marcus, and if you watch how they move, they're always in rooms learning,
Yeah.
educating themselves. They're putting up their money, not small money either.
Yeah.
They're investing into their education. So I can't be mad at my guys for investing in themselves to learn, because what they're doing is now they're bringing the information back to our business
Yeah.
to only help our business skills. So for those of you who keep talking about Marcus in the comments, please shut the hell up. Like, he explained everything yesterday, and I stand by what he was saying. He went there for a reason and a purpose, to learn. And yeah, he's going to do content and this, that, and the third, because that's part of the thing, right? But he condoned his comments. Grant said some fuck shit, and he addressed it accordingly. Now, when I say to y'all and everybody else, what, again, I don't like is that we don't even champion what we are doing. There's so many people in our community that may not be doing $100 million in sales, but we have great platforms. We have great educational products. And it's not expensive. You know, we're not knocking you over the head for the most part. Like, look, how many of you, I just want to ask everybody in the comments, how many of you are a member of EYL University powered by Recession Proof? Type 1 in chat, or type no. Type 1 in chat if yes, type 2 in chat if no. If you are a part of EYL, this is a test. I wish I could do a poll so we can see a percentage.
Yeah, I don't know if it works.
Type 1 in chat or 2 or no. If you are currently a member of EYL University, powered by Recession Proof, type 1 in chat or 2 for no. I see a lot of 2s. Let's keep going, y'all. 1 in chat or no, or 2 for no. 1 for yes, 2 for no.
He had anything blocking. Jay, who's this mad barber clown there?
Block him.
Like,
We would not go for slander in
yeah.
these comments.
Like, what is this guy talking about?
Look. Two is mad tools. Right? Somebody said 1.5. I don't even know what the fuck is 1.5. Like, come on, man. like, come on. Majority tools, right? Look. Now, it wasn't a bait and switch I had to pay. It's just the platform had to evolve. It's period, point blank. Right? So look, this is what I'm going to do for y'all. Since y'all not members, and half of y'all, and currently, if you are a member, are you even on the new app? Right? Because the Facebook groups are getting shut down. We're moving everything to the apps right now. So EYLU, Powered by Recession Proof, is absolutely phenomenal. Right? Absolutely phenomenal. So look, I want to show y'all what EYLU looks like. Can we go to the screen?
No, you on? Yeah, we good.
Yeah, let's go to the screen. Put the screen up. I want to show the people. Right? So look, check this out. I want to put y'all on. This is behind the scenes. Can you move the comments out of my way? Right here on the screen? Yeah, so that way I can see it better. So I'm giving y'all a behind the scenes look at EYL University, powered by Recession Proof. Right? We merged, I think, end of last year, and we took two of the biggest financial literacy platforms in our community, and we combined them together. And now we have an app, and you can use this app on the desktop as well. This app is phenomenal, y'all. Now, I want to give y'all an example of everything that you can get inside of EYL University. First of all, look at all the courses, right? Look at all these courses. Content masteries. You got the conventions and festivals, right? Let's go to this, right? You got the 2019 Recession Proof Conference, 2022 Recession Proof, 2021 Recession Proof, 2022 Recession Proof Vegas, right? You have access to all of this. You have 2021 Invest Fest, all in the app, right? You got a course creation course, credit, education, Facebook advertising, freight broker course. You got the home buyer's blueprint. First of all, if none of y'all seen the home buying blueprint, let's just go to the table of contents. The home buyer's blueprint, volume 1, is a masterpiece. A lot of y'all been asking me for the blueprint. Well, here it is. It's in EYL University, right? Look at all this content in the home buyer's blueprint, volume 1. There's no fluff here. No fluff. You got volume 2, right? The rehab pack, fundamentals, 203Ks, home styles. You got insurance courses, infinite banking. Let's click on this, right? You got the infinite banking. Look at all of this. Personal branding, personal finance. You got a bunch of real estate content in here. Stock option trading, taxes. I mean, come on. Live courses. Now the live courses is fire, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all up. Right? I'm not even gonna hold you up. The live courses, now let me click on this. So your live courses, first of all, these courses was taught live. This is the calendar for February by itself. If you look at all these live courses, see, all the first group of courses that I showed y'all, Tukes, was just all the pre-recorded courses.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, this is everything that's happening live. There's something on the calendar pretty much every single day except for Friday. Every single day, every single month, except for Friday. Right? Every single day. I mean, you got to really understand this. every single day, except for basically Friday, bro, in the month of February. And continue on. Let me go back to this, right? So you got orientations for all new members. We have an orientation that happens on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that way you can learn more and how to navigate the program. We have a content creation. For those of you who are trying to get into content creation, we're giving you the foundational level knowledge for you to perfect your skills as content creators. This is live Tuesday and Thursday. Webinar mastery, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9:15, right? But I want to click on this real quick, right? Because I want you to go, I want to go inside here, right? Here's your professor. Course overviews, right? It tells you exactly what the live course is about, what your expectations are. We even have a syllabus, bro. It comes with workbooks. Let me show y'all the workbook. They can still see my screen, right? Yep.
Yeah.
You got workbooks that come with these live courses, y'all. Workbooks. Come on, man. Come on, man. Workbooks. You got study hall with conversations of people who are taking this. It's saying 2 days ago, shout out to Rachel Wallace. Thank you. Your webinar example causes one to think outside the box. Right? This is live. Ugh. What else we got in the live courses? Webinar, Facebook, bro, Facebook ads live, right? We're teaching you how to run ads on Facebook. Like, we're teaching you how to run ads. Right? Live. Create your own clothing brand. Personal brand and development. Credit repair business. I mean, so much more. Then you have the specialty stuff. You have the financial planning with Rashad. You got some Market Mondays activity. Then you have me, MG. You already know how I give it up, right? The Mortgage Academy. Y'all see this fly, handsome guy right here, right? You see all the stuff right here, boom, boom, boom. Study hall. You see exactly. The study hall is where basically everybody can kind of like talk and do whatever they got to do. So everybody, look, we did this on Saturday. 19 comments on there so far. And then you have access to any recordings that I put in here. I did a call on 2/18. But I want to tell you something beautiful that I love about EYL University, Powered by Recession Proof, is the chapters. A lot of y'all probably didn't even know we have 26 local chapters around the country, right? So I want to show you these local chapters that we have in all the cities. We got the Women of Recession Proof, Alabama, Arizona, Atlanta, Austin, San Antonio, the Carolinas, Central Florida, Chicago, Colorado, Connecticut, Dallas. If you're from these cities, type your city in the chat. DMV area, Houston, Indiana, Las Vegas, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Jersey, New York, the Carolinas, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South California. We got a South Florida chapter, Tennessee. Look at all these chapters that we have. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then on top of that, we got clubs. We got the book club. We got the Amex club, the Amex Luxury Travel and PJ club, Business Entrepreneurship Club. We got a Cannabis Club, Emergent Earners, that's folks under 30. We got a Health and Wellness Club, a Legal Club, Mature Earners, 50 plus, Mental Health Club, very important. Mental health, very important. Stock Market and Investing Club. Come on, man. Stock Market and Investing Club. We got co-chairs. Shout out to Suzanne. Shout out to Renee, right? We have all the support and community that you need, right? All the support and everything that you guys need to be successful. But half of you guys said you're not even enrolled. And some of you are asking for the price. I'm going to show you what the price right now. It's $9.97. $9.97 a year. That's the price. Or $97 a month. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? Right? But a lot of y'all will go spend money with everybody else, but I just gave you a short preview of all the courses that you get with this thing. All the live courses that you get. All the specialty calls. The 26 local chapters. And the clubs. For $97 a month or $9.97 a year. This thing is worth $25,000, $26,000 a year. Easy. But it's less than $100 a month. How many of you guys spent $100 this month and don't even know what you spent it on? Did you spend $100 this month, Tooks, on something and you have no clue what you spent it on? Every month you probably waste $100 and don't even know. On foolishness.
Lately, no, but yeah, I've been there, yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
And you still are there right now. You can't even tell me lately, though, because I know there's some shit that you probably purchased that was like, this was not worth it.
Yeah, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. So, look, I'm going to put the link in the chat right there. I would highly encourage, if you were one of those people who put up a 2, I'm going to highly encourage you to join EYL University, powered by Recession Proof, because this thing it should be more expensive, and the God's honest truth. How do you download the app? All you have to do, once you sign up, all you have to do is go to the App Store and search Recession Proof in the App Store. And then you'll see the Recession Proof app, because the app is still branded as Recession Proof, and then you'll be able to download it, right? And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, right? Are you still going to support somebody who's clearly not trying to really help you? Are you going to support the people who are for us, by us? Everyone who's pretty much teaching is black and brown and successful. They look like you. They look like your family members. They look like the people that you know. They look like everything that you want in life. It's community. It's us, man. But I guarantee you, there's probably some spicy-ass comments in here right now.
Yeah,
right? About foolishness. And I'm not even looking at the comments, but I can almost guarantee you, without me even looking at the comments, I can tell you there's spicy-ass comments in here. And I'm going to tell you this, right? Let me go ahead to the Mortgage Academy. In this Mortgage Academy, I am going to unleash the pain in here. I'm going to do so much pre-recorded courses and put in this Mortgage Academy for my first-time home buyers, for my investors, for my real estate professionals, because I want to see my people win in real estate, period, point blank. And I'm bringing in only the best guest teachers that are in real estate, vetted to do things. I'm going to bring in the Chris Senegals. I'm going to bring in the Brandon Rules. Hell, I might bring in fucking Don Peoples. Who knows, right? I'm going to bring in some of the best and baddest real estate people in our community to teach our earners, right? I have an in-person event coming up at the end of March in collaboration with the New York chapter of Earn Your Leisure University, powered by Recession Proof. And we're doing an in-person event that's only going to be for members. And I got several special guests that are already confirmed. because I want to make sure not only are we reaching our community from a digital standpoint, that we're also reaching them in person. And I'm going to try to hit as many chapters in many cities this year as possible too. So we're going to be on the road all year, hitting up these chapters and putting together these specialized real estate classes for our EYL University members, our earners, because we need to make sure that our earners are getting everything that they need to be successful in real estate. But also now, if you're just joining for real estate, not only are you going to get real estate, you get everything else that comes with this. So if you're a real estate professional and you want to know how to run plays and make more money and help service your customer better, we got something for you in here. Like, come on, man. Let's get off the screen. I have no more to talk about this. Just join EYL University by going EYLUniversity.com. It's powered by Recession Proof. I'm going to put the link one more time in here. I would highly advise you guys, if you're serious about taking your education to the next level, you're sick of the white people always talking ish about black people, and y'all still don't know where to spend your money or want to get that higher education, we got a place for you, man. It's called EYL University, powered by Recession Proof. It is here for you guys to take your life and your career to the next level. We're here to help you run the play and make multiple streams of income. Period.